My first tip is to make it faster, increase the speed of your website. One of the most effective ways to get more people engaging with your website and get more leads is by increasing the speed. I did a bit of research and there's some stats out there that show that even a 1 second delay in a page loading time can reduce conversions by 7%, and any more delays than that, and that number goes up exponentially. People online today get bored so much quicker than ever before, and any delay, any loading time that doesn't quite happen, people are just going to leave your website. And it's your website's job to keep users engaged and essentially get them to an endpoint of where what you want them to do, which ultimately in most cases is make an inquiry. There's a few different ways that you can do this to increase your speed. Optimizing images, implement browsing caching, minimize and combining files on your website, and using a content delivery network, which essentially is utilizing multiple servers around the world to deal with people using your site. A lot of this I didn't know about until a couple of years ago before we started building websites, but these are really quick and easy things to do if you know how to. And like I said before, if you're not ready to build a whole new website, this is a very quick and noticeable way to improve people's experience when using your website.
So am I right in saying it's not just these sort of user experience? So yes, the user is going to have a quicker, faster, more smooth flowing experience, but it also helps with indexing and Google sort of crawling your site, etc. They tend to rank websites also on speed and whether it's optimized. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
One of the most important things is optimizing your website for mobile devices.
Yeah.
50% of website traffic comes from mobile devices. So if your website isn't mobile friendly, you could essentially be losing half of your potential clients. With most of the internet traffic coming from mobile devices, optimizing your website isn't really optional anymore. It's kind of essential. So one of the main things, it's really important to give your clients a better user experience. And by doing that, you're more likely to keep them on your website for longer, and you're going to prevent a high bounce rate, where what you do tend to find is if they've come across your website and they're looking for something, they realize this is a bad website, it's not optimized for mobile, they're probably going to leave and end up on one of your competitors' sites, and obviously nobody wants that. And also just going on to the point that you both brought up there, just going back to Google again, Google prioritizes mobile friendly sites. So by doing that, you're going to get better search ranking, more visibility, which is really important, especially if you're spending time and money on things like SEO. But optimizing your websites for mobile, it's a simple thing, but it's really effective.
Next one for me, possibly more of a subjective one, but it's about branding and design and essentially what your agency looks like. I'm of the opinion that rebranding your estate agency or any business can literally change everything. First impressions count so much, and having a modern brand identity, it breeds trust. People make an instant decision when they look at something. Do they trust it? Do they want to deal with it? And rebranding isn't just a new logo. It can be much deeper than that. It can be fonts on your website. It can be the colors, even a unique pattern that you add in. And it all filters down through your whole business, through your social media posts, your for sale, for let boards, but especially on your website. Rebranding isn't unusual. In fact, most businesses rebrand at some point in their history. If you look at some more famous brands, compare Apple's first logo to the one they have today, Instagram, Pepsi, and more recently this year, one that I've noticed is Nationwide Building Society. Have had a real rebrand and taken their logo into the modern age. There's a few signs that your estate agency might be ready for a kind of rebrand or a facelift. Here's some that I've picked out. If you've still got a roof logo from Clip Art from 1994, that's one. If you have fonts in italics, Times New Roman, or even better, Comic Sans. Again, it might be better to review that and bring it up to date. Essentially, if you haven't done much with your brand in the past 5 to 10 years, definitely worth having a look. And again, it's actually quite a pain-free, quick, and very affordable, probably more affordable than a lot of people realize, exercise. And I speak from personal experience.
My next hot point is clear call to actions. Call to actions are the most important part of your website. Without them, you're going to get 0 leads, and with them, well, the opportunity is huge. For estate agencies, this could be prompting visitors to schedule a viewing, request a valuation, sign up for property alerts, whatever it is they want to set it up to be. It's really important that all of these call to actions are well placed, and as they are going to drive the visitors into leads, which is obviously what you want, and it's going to boost your conversion rates. You need to be clear, compelling. It's essential. You really will be shocked at the number of websites that you go on and they've unintentionally made it difficult for potential clients to leave their details.
Yeah.
With the call to actions, it's all about making it easy for potential clients to take the next steps. I'm sure you've all come across the lead forms that take 10 steps to leave your details. Stop doing it and stop making it hard for people to leave their details. It's short, sharp, and concise. It's all that you need.
Brilliant.
My next hot tip kind of feeds quite well into this, and it's content marketing, essentially attracting leads through publishing quality content, consistent on your website, and getting people interested in you, what you're writing, but ultimately leads to a call to action. Content marketing can be a mixture of blog posts, news articles, videos that you're releasing, and infographics about the local market. Again, this also goes back to Google and ranking high for SEO. The more content on your website that is relevant to people moving home in your local area, the higher Google is going to put your website and put you in a place where more people are likely to find you and click on you. Another great way to generate leads on your website using content marketing is by using what's called gated content. Essentially, you can write ebooks or quite detailed guides that you can have downloadable to people in exchange for their contact details. And once you've got their contact details, you can then remarket to them. You can retarget them online. You can send them nurturing emails afterwards. But essentially, the better your content on your website, the more people are going to come back to you, but essentially trust you as an expert and ultimately want to use you.
What I love about this is that evolution, isn't it, of content marketing. Content is king in marketing terms across the board, not just on your website, where we used to sort of talk about blog, keep the blogs on there so you've got something for the search engines to pick up on. It helps with your SEO, but we've gone a few steps beyond that now, haven't we? You've mentioned video content, you've mentioned gated content, resources that people can download. The beauty of it is you get to do that on your website, but you can also duplicate that across your social media channels as well, can't you? So every little bit of content you put on your website is almost ready to be reused and repurposed on social media. So the videos are absolutely great for social. Those that gated content as well, really good way of engaging with people on social. So I think that really wins, doesn't it?
My next point for, again, generating leads for your websites is landing pages. Landing pages are amazing for targeting specific audience to maximize your conversion rates. I'll give you an example. So landing page for property management, like the benefit of it, you're going to highlight all the benefits of your property management service and just list exactly what it is you're offering and any promotions. What we've noticed, or what a lot of people have noticed, is by taking a focused approach, it will massively increase your conversion rates. By focusing on the single goal, you're always going to cut down all of the distractions. I'm sure we've all been on websites where you go on one website and then you see something, you click off, and next thing you've clicked onto 3 or 4 pages and you've gone away from the main point. So by doing that, keeping them on the same page, giving them all the information, like I said, the benefit. This way, in this case, it's generating more landlord inquiries for the agencies. So yeah, it's sticking to the point and to get the right message across. Let's just say, again, going back to the same point of Google, but let's say you are driving traffic from Google. Google will rank your ads and so on, or your SEO on how relevant the information is you're providing. So if you are doing a property management landing page, make sure it's property management focused. Don't go on a spiel about selling your property and so on. Give them relevant information to keep them on, and again, like, less distractions. Also, it's a great way to track the success of your campaigns. You do lots of different tests with landing page, A/B tests, and so on. So, yeah, if you're not using landing pages, you definitely should for your lead generation. You just giving better information to your client.
And I guess they're fairly easy to set up. So if I decided that this week we're doing a push for new landlords, and next week we're going to be doing a push on a certain type of property, I could separate those audiences, can't I, fairly quickly and nimbly.
Absolutely, and it's really important. Probably the biggest part of doing the setting the landing page is the design and the flow. But once you've got that, it's just duplicating and editing. So today, we, like you said, one week, one campaign, the next another. But as long as you've got the template, you can copy it as many times as you want and use that same thing.
Fantastic.
My next one is about live chat, chatbots, and having WhatsApp on your website. So this is more about capturing leads. So you've got traffic to your website. How do you capture them? And it's also another way to improve your current website without building a new one. This is something that just can be implemented quite easily. Essentially, if someone hits your website, as we've explained, speed is so key. And what live chats and chatbots help is by capturing leads at critical moments when they're on your website, looking at certain things, you can engage with them automatically at any time of the day. Now, I don't know about you, but I think I've certainly had pretty bad experiences with chatbots in the past that haven't quite worked, or you've gone down a kind of road with them and it hasn't quite delivered. This seems to be a space that is improving at huge speed at the moment with the rise of AI. And there's some pretty good solutions out there for estate agents where you can have a chatbot on your website that can essentially talk to your customers, book valuations, book viewings with individual properties, give all the information that anyone could. Another point that's worth mentioning is people don't like picking up the phone today like they used to. If they're able to get information from your website and by using a sort of chatbot or by using WhatsApp, they're usually going to use that route instead of making a phone call straight away. It's just how things have gone. And WhatsApp is such a common platform for people to message. Once you've got someone messaging you on WhatsApp, again, from personal experience, it's so much easier to stay in touch with them on a more personal level as opposed to email, which people aren't really checking as much as they would do. So top tip, even if you've just got your old website, get some live chat or chatbot on there.
So it's really about communicating with people with the customer in the way that they prefer to be communicated with. So there'll be some people that only want phone calls, but the majority of us are quite busy, and we all live within the ecosystem of I don't know about you, but at any moment I've got about 64 WhatsApp groups going on and messages and so on. And if you need to reach me, I'll always be checking WhatsApp because it's kind of where everything's going on. And I suppose to give that offer of that functionality on your website, it really makes that customer feel at home, and it makes them feel like you're talking to them in their language, which I think can make all of the difference.
Next point for me, testimonials and reviews. Testimonials and reviews are so important in building trust and credibility. People these days generally to make their decisions based on others. Let's use a restaurant as an example. A lot of people, I do for sure, I always kind of check Google reviews or even Instagram, wherever the reviews might be. I'm always checking them before I go and spend my money on these certain things. And that's why it's so important to have them on your own website to boost your own credibility. It's also seeing real feedback is actually really important for a lot of people. And what I mean by real feedback is sometimes you go on a website and it's great if you've always got a link to the Trustpilot and the Google reviews and it's pulling in the feed with all these credible reviews. I would always recommend not using just the ones where it's just got Dave, great service, and nothing else, no picture, nothing, and no source of where it's actually come from. Because anyone could have written these. Another great way that we're seeing a lot more of these days, and they're really great if you can take the time to do it, is getting video testimonials. They're particularly strong and they tend to actually keep people on your website a little bit longer. So if you can get them, I would definitely recommend them. And it's sometimes easy to get. And again, the back to kind of linking to SEO on this point, it's search engines tend to favor websites that regularly update their content, and reviews are a quick and easy way to do that and keep your content fresh.
It's brilliant as well, because in those reviews, very often people, without prompting, will just say the name of a staff member that helped them.
Yeah.
And that helps bring that review and that service to light, because it really highlights the individuals within the businesses and almost sort of gives them the flowers that they need publicly, which I think is a nice touch.
Okay, so this is my last point, and it sort of summarizes a few other points that we've spoken about. But whenever we're looking at someone's website or looking to build one, a new one, or improve it, ease of navigation and user experience is absolutely key to your website being effective at getting people from point A to point B. And as I said, speed is so important. Being accessible on mobile and other devices, easy and clear places for people to leave their contact details, and giving lots of information. If you look at some of the most used websites like Amazon, you can click on a product and you're in the checkout before you even know it.
Yeah.
That's not a mistake. They've made that user experience so clear and easy that you're essentially guided there, and your website for estate agents shouldn't be any different. If you're very focused on getting new property management clients, there should be an easy way for people to get to that point of the website where they're saying, I want to talk to you about property management. So it's a bit of a general kind of roundup point, but navigation and user experience should be the ultimate goal of any website project that you've either got or a new one.
And I suppose one of the key sort of steps there is to keep it as simple as possible, rather than agents very often think, oh, we need to shove this on the page, and you pour more and more content onto one page expecting it to be completely exhaustive, but you don't need that, because you are exhausting the viewer, and what you need to do is make that route to that call to action as almost as smooth as possible, and give them the bare bones of the information that they want. So I suppose less is more.
Less is more, and keep them wanting more. You know, if you give people too much information, they don't need to contact you. So absolutely less is more. Keep it simple, make it clear. But yeah, that's a big one for us, user experience.
That's really great.
Last but certainly not least, SEO optimization. So SEO, it's so important for any lead generation strategy. Driving organic traffic and quality leads to your website. Effective SEO is going to help you rank higher in the search engines, and increasing likelihood that potential leads will come to you. And what's really great about SEO, it's attracting users that are actively searching for what it is you're offering as a business. And this tends to mean leading to higher quality traffic and better conversion rates. All of the benefits of SEO just grow over time as well. So if you are looking at growing your business, it's something that's essential, basically. And one of the key points about it, unlike paid ads, which, for instance, Google, you're spending your ad spend every day per X amount of time. As soon as you turn that off, the leads stop. Where with SEO, it provides a source of leads that will keep coming over time. So it's something that sometimes people get put off by, because it takes a long time or a bit of time to get up and running. But over the long run, if it's really going to boost your business. So there you have it. Get high up on Google, make your website fast and easy to use, and that's our recipe for success.